What's up guys, I am Blue Mullet. This is my brand new NEX HK417 Slingshot repeater. Okay, starting off with the front, as you can see, you have a very nice little barrel sticking out. You also have your tactical rails up top and also below. Also up front is your nylon elastic power system. This is what fires the gun, as it is a slingshot and not a pin gun. There are wheels here that the nylon elastic will lay into as the gun is shooting. This is going to help distribute power. It's going to help keep the band off the body and keep it in good condition. You have adjustable power. You can put the band on this set of yellow connectors here, or there, or here, or there. I recommend for the first maybe 3 or 4 mags that you start off with a really low power setting just to break this band in. And then afterwards you can utilize the higher power settings. Just to give you a quick look, this is how the nylon elastic should sit in the power settings. As you can see, it sits in this groove of the yellow connector. If you utilize this side and obviously this side, it will just pop off when you shoot. So make sure that you're grooving it on this side, and this is an ideal power setting for your first 3 to 4 magazines to help break that band in. The gun's main body is absolutely perfect. It is just my M4A1's body, slightly enlarged to feed off of the 7.62 mags. The gun has a very, very strong trigger mechanism. It's actually external, as you can see it working right there. It sets every single time. The gun has a really strong, really sturdy handle. I'm a big fan of this handle. I think it's actually the best one I've ever made. Up top here, we have the charging handle, as you can see right there. This just primes your slingshot mechanism. And then I have a replica of the E-clan, I believe is how it's pronounced. I'm not actually sure. But it is just my M14 EBR's scope, just slightly modified and improved. I put a orange connector in there to give you something to aim with. It looks pretty nice, and I'm very happy with how this area turned out on the gun. In the back of the gun, we have a pretty standard stock. It's not adjustable because there are grooves up top that the bolt slides in. The only notable thing about it is there is a stop up top to block the bolt from being pulled too far back. It just is a nice, strong, sturdy stock that looks really nice and similar to the 417s. Another awesome feature for the gun is its magazine release. As you can see, it's hidden in the back of the magazine well. You can activate it at the bottom with your thumb like this, or how I primarily designed it to be used is just to extend your trigger finger forward and hit it that way. It works very well, and it holds these 7.62 mags in place. As you can see, the magazines for the gun turned out really nice. They look great. They hold 6 shots. They are pre-loadable, although they do not have a roof on the top. They do not have a pusher sticking out the bottom either. They utilize almost the same system that I used in the 5.56 mags on the TAR, only this time there was no Y-clip holding the internal bullet pusher onto the external peg, which means it's a little bit more reliable, a little bit more sturdy, and it's just a little bit better. The gun shoots these guys, a orange connector with a blue clip on it. The only thing you need to know about these bullets is they will explode on impact, and if you shoot it at close range at like the wall or any hard target, you're gonna risk breaking some of these parts. I actually broke a blue clip, believe it or not. As you can see, the other side of the gun pretty much is identical. There's really nothing to cover with this side of the gun. The other side of the magazine is a different story. As you can see, the side is where your lever is to activate your pusher, and it also has the pin. As you can see, this is going to help keep the pusher down so that you can have multiple mags preloaded if you'd like. Not really too much else to say with this mag. It's the exact same idea as the 5.56 mag, like I said before. Okay, loading and firing the H&K is not going to be as easy as the Tavar and EBR, but it is still a pretty simple process. First of all, you're going to need to select a power setting. I'm just going to go here for now, so relatively low power setting, and then you're going to need to grab your magazine and load it. So this is where I like to put my magazine rubber band, as you can see right there, just down to that point. That will vary depending on how strong of a rubber band you have. You need to make sure that it's not too tight, or else you're going to actually pop that off and break it. And then you need to take your pin out of it right here. This is gonna allow you to activate your entire system. And what I like to do is pull it down to where I can get my fingers to help push it down like this. And you're aiming to get this hole right here open. So you just go down, down, down until it opens up right there. As you can see, it opened. And I just like to take my pin and put it right in there. And now your pusher is being held down. So you just take your 6 shots, load them in the top right here. I'll get it on camera for you. Like this, making sure they all load properly. Like this. And now you just take that magazine, put it in the gun, and you obviously will kind of know what to do after that. You do have to take your pusher out, and depending on how strong of a rubber band you have on your mag, you'll have to actually activate it just by taking your finger and rubbing it across the bottom. You'll feel it, and when you get it, it will start to feed. So yeah, afterwards, you simply just take it, pull it back, and shoot it. It's, like I said, plenty powerful, plenty accurate, just a fun gun to shoot. The trigger is so crisp. It's so crisp, and it works, like I said, every single time. It's just such a fun gun to operate. If there was one gun in my collection, or in my lineup, I guess, that I would recommend you to build, it's this one. I mean, it's not even close. And then take your magazine release, or your finger, and activate the magazine release and drop the mag out and do a reload. Let's take out the cans left to right. Okay. Yep. Okay, I have a ginger ale can set up, and we're gonna see if we can penetrate it. These bullets are not good at penetrating. As you can see, they're just very blunt. So I'm not expecting much. I did set it up with a dent in the side of it already. So I'm hoping that the dent will weaken the can and we'll be able to penetrate it. I don't know, let's see what we can do. Ooh! Oh. I literally put a bowling ball on top of this can just to try to get some penetration. As you can see, I mean, we did it. I was gonna have a challenge to create like penetrator bullets for this gun, but I don't know. I mean, a penetrator round might actually be able to go through both sides. So let me know if you guys can actually build a penetrator for this gun. A penetrator bullet, it would be insane. Okay, maintenance for your band. If it breaks, let's just say it breaks, like, you know, oh no, it broke. You're gonna have to replace it. Unfortunately, what's probably gonna happen is on this seal here, where they kind of put the band together during the manufacturing process, that is probably gonna split apart first. So, and it's probably gonna happen when you're pulling the bolt back, and it's gonna snap back. It's not gonna feel good. It's gonna be crazy. But when your band does break, all you need to do to fix that is pull your bolt back, pull it up so it goes above your block, and just rip it right out of the gun, and it will give you your band as well. So as you can see, this band, it was very used and it got beat. I did not break this one incorrectly. Breaking your bands. So now I have a brand new one that we're gonna put inside this gun together. So all you need to do is make sure that the crease where they molded together during the manufacturing process, make sure that's facing out to the front of the bolt. So go ahead and pop off these black rods here, like this, and then place your band inside and make sure that crease is up front, like that. And then you can go ahead and take your black rods and put them back on. Gotta be black rods, cannot make this out of gray rods. So that way your bolt is like this. It's back inside. Now, what you're gonna need to do is actually grab a little hook. This is what I like to use for my hook, just a black rod with a double connector on it. You're just gonna be using this to catch the band when you put the bolt into the gun. I am pretty sure that I took a little bit too much off. Your main goal is to take off the 3 connectors right here. This is going to allow you to string your new band through this section here. Just make sure before you slide your bolt into the gun, your new bolt and band, that it looks like this. You should be able to operate the trigger and it should bounce up and down. It should just be a hollow hole going all the way down. Okay, using your hook, you're going to be inserting your new rubber band, or not rubber band, nylon elastic, and bolt back into the gun. To do this, I like to flip the gun completely upside down, or at least have it at a pretty solid angle or sharp angle downwards. And we're just going to be letting gravity kind of feed this band down into the gun. Once again, make sure that your seam on the elastic is facing downwards, and you're just going to pretty much put it back into the stock like this. Slide it into the grooves, and using that hook, you're gonna just take it and push it in there. You can put an orange connector on the other side that might help you feed it in there. And just push, push, push. Make sure that it's going in nice and smoothly. It shouldn't be catching on anything. You can even go in through the magazine well if you get it to that point. Just to grab it and then push it. I got it like that. So as you can see, I'm just pushing and pushing and pushing. And then once you get the bolt into the gun and past the lock on the stock, you can actually go in with your rod through the side of the gun and grab a hold of that nylon elastic and help pull it down. You're aiming to just feed it down through the side of the walls here. Once you get it to a certain point where you can actually grab it with your hook, that's when you know you're on the home stretch. Let me see if I can get mine with this here. Oh, it might be just too short. Nope, I got it. Nice. And then you can just pull on it as you pull on the push on the bolt from the top. I'm not doing a good job of explaining this, but it'll make sense the more you do it, or the more you try and do it. And once you get your bolt all the way down, you should see down here, there should be the nylon elastic. So you're gonna take that and groove it where it's supposed to be grooved on those wheels and set it back up like how I showed you in the video. Once you think you got it, this is what it should look like. As you can see, the band is just on those wheels and it's gliding nicely. You should be able to just pull it down with ease, and it should be just really, really smooth and frictionless. Once you put your front end back together, you're back in business and ready to shoot this thing. Remember, break the band in. Go with a low power setting for a few mags before going for higher power setting. And don't just go here for the first 3 mags and then go maxed out power. Work your way up the power scale, really work the band in. Trust me, it's gonna pay off. Okay, I'm on my way to Target just to show you what the elastics look like when you go to buy them. Hopefully they're in stock. If they're not, I'm gonna be a little bit sad. I'll just have to kind of describe to you what they are or what they look like if they don't have them in stock. If they do have them in stock, then I'm going to stand there awkwardly in the middle of the aisle and record a video. I can't wait. Okay, here are the headbands that you're gonna need to purchase for the gun. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the brand name. I'll butcher it. But it comes with a bunch. And at my Target, they are $4.29. It's not a bad deal. But yep, it's what you'll need. Make sure that your nylon elastic is placed like this, as you can see in there. And I cannot stress this enough, up front is where you need to make sure that your bonding point is. As you can see, here is where they connect it together during the manufacturing process. Make sure this is at the end of it over here, not anywhere in here. Okay, very important next step. You're going to want to make sure that your band is laying across these wheels like that, and it should just lay nice and neat along in here. You should be able to pull on it a little bit, and it should rotate those wheels. If you feel like there's some resistance, besides, you know, the resistance of the band, if it's being caught on something, you need to make sure that this is fixed before moving on. Another thing, make sure that the connection point here is centered. You don't want that to be in here at all. You want that to be right here. So make sure that it's lying across those wheels nice and neatly, and then you can move on to the next step. Okay, now that you have placed the scope on the gun, you are now completed and done with the tutorial. So congratulations. I once again hope you really like the gun. I think you're going to. It's a really cool gun. Let's go over a few things that you should check before shooting it. Just make sure that your trigger mechanism is really nice and operating very smoothly. And obviously make sure that your magazine is working. Your magazine should be pretty sturdy. It shouldn't move at all when it's inserted. And when you just push the magazine release, it should just literally come right out without any issues. Obviously, you're gonna need to select a power setting, and I keep saying it. Go with one of these two pegs to start. Just really break the band in correctly. If you just go with one of these stronger settings to right out of the gate, you're gonna really damage the band and you're not gonna get full potential power out of this gun. So yeah, let's go ahead, throw some bullets in here and see how it does. Once again though, I really just appreciate all of you guys' support on the channel and everything like that. Let's go ahead and just put a few bullets in here and see if it shoots. We'll go with 3. It does mean a lot to me. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be building these NEX guns, and I hope that you guys will be building some of these ones that I release. This one is definitely a really cool one, for sure. Let's see if it shoots. Oh yeah, no problems whatsoever. This gun is an excellent shooter. It's definitely my best shooter ever. One more, and that's it. So once again, thank you all for watching. Check out my other builds and stay tuned because I'm gonna have plenty more coming. And so yeah, thanks once again for watching. Until next time, peace out.